Welcome back to my vlog. I'm Robin, or Hobbit's Reading List, and this week should be pretty fun. It's the week of Passover, so Passover starts Wednesday night, so I'll be doing a lot of cooking, and while that part isn't fun, it does mean that I can focus on being healthier, and hopefully I'm going to try while I'm cooking to like listen to audiobooks, so hopefully I'll get through more. And I should be starting Matzo Match, which is a sapphic romance set during the week of Passover, so it felt topical. And then this weekend I will be having a Lord of the Rings marathon with my best friend. So while I won't be doing a lot of reading, I will be doing a lot of like Tolkien stuff, because we're also going to make some recipes that are kosher for Passover, but are from my Tolkien cookbook. So this is going to be more of like a cooking vlog, I guess, which is not my thing. So probably not a lot, but there will be some reading because I'm feeling really motivated this week, and I'm really hopeful that this is going to continue. So let's just get to it. Okay, so let me do a little recap. I think I have like 150 more pages of The Body Keeps the Score. Have I read any more since I pointed out how petulant he was? I think I read like maybe like 2 more chapters. You know, they weren't anything special. And quite honestly, I'm procrastinating reading the next one a little bit because it's like 30 pages long, and that's significantly longer than any other chapter in the book so far. So I don't really want to read it, but I know I need to read it in order to finish the book. And at this point, I'm dreading it so much, I might as well just DNF it. But I've also read so much of it already that I feel like I'm past the point of DNFing, and I might as well just finish it. So who knows what I'm gonna do. So that's that. I have listened to a lot more of Sense and Sensibility. I'm about 80% through. Right now I have about 3 more hours left. No, I think it's like 2.5 more hours. Yeah, because I should finish it tomorrow. Because I will be driving to my temple tomorrow for a second night Seder, and so I should definitely finish Sense and Sensibility by tomorrow. I'm enjoying it. I'm still really confused about Edward. I don't know what's happening there. And I don't understand how it's going to end up like I think it's going to end up. So I don't know. And I'm also confused about Colonel Brandon as well. It's very confusing. And like, obviously I have, you know, a significant chunk left. I have 2 hours, a lot can happen in 2 hours. But I just don't know, I feel like Edward hasn't been in the story enough. And so I have a feeling that like whatever happens, however that situation gets resolved, I worry it's gonna be rushed, because he just hasn't been in it that much. Like he's been talked about a lot, and like we know what he's doing because he's been talked about, but like on actual page, he hasn't been in it that much in the second half. So I don't know. I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying it more than I enjoyed Persuasion. Not as much as Pride and Prejudice. Pride and Prejudice is like top tier. So yeah, I think that's about it. I will probably read more of The Body Keeps the Score today. I'll probably push myself to do it, even though I don't want to. But I'm really hoping, at the very least, I should finish a book this week, if not 2. I would really like to finish 2 and just like fully move on into my April TBR, because if I cannot get out of this slump, I'm just gonna go crazy. And that's gonna be super fun, interesting content for you guys, but not super fun, interesting for me. So, okay. Good morning. I think the last time I filmed was Wednesday. So I need to get better at filming on my days off. I have read a lot though. So Body Keeps Score, Siri really wanted me to read yesterday. So I read I think 5 or 6 chapters. So I read 75 pages. I have less than 100 pages left of The Body Keeps the Score. So that's really nice. We've finally gotten to treatment options, which is also nice. I have learned some things about treatment options, but they're also there's nothing that I haven't heard of, and there's nothing that when I say I haven't heard of it, it's like I know of these things and I know that they are beneficial to treating trauma, so I haven't learned anything necessarily super new, but I have learned new information about EMDR and yoga and stuff like that. So that's cool. I do think that when I get to the neuroscience biofeedback chapter, I think that's where I'll be like, oh. But yeah, so I mean it's fine. I should hopefully, knock on wood, finish this week because I really want to just be done so I can actually finish books. Speaking of finishing books, I finished Sense and Sensibility last night. I really enjoyed it for the most part. I ended up giving a 4-star because I felt like the resolution of the romance aspect was rushed. Like with Pride and Prejudice, they didn't get together until the very, very, very end, but the entire time had been them interacting with one another, them thinking about one another. They were still together on the page a lot, whereas with both of the relationships, I felt like one of them was friend zoned for 98% of the book, and then when they got together, it was just, oh, these people think it's a good match, which made this person open their eyes to how wonderful he is, and she didn't want to be controlled by her emotions anymore, so she married him. And I'm like, it would have been nice to see them interact with her sort of with her new mindset. It would have been good to see them interact in that way, and instead it's just told to us. And then with the other one, there were so many twists and turns with that one, which was intriguing. But that one felt better because it had been more on the page, so it wasn't super surprising, but I still felt like the pacing was off. So that, yeah, I think the story itself is really good. I really liked how Eleanor and Marianne were there for one another and they supported one another. I really liked the sort of subtle politics of women in society. So I liked that. The pacing in the romance was a little. I am going to watch the 1995 movie because that's apparently what I do with Jane and Austen. And then after that, so now that I've finished an audiobook, I am gonna immediately start another one. Well, immediately. I'll start another one on Tuesday. And I will be listening to Something Wicked This Way Comes because that's what Siri picked. So yeah, that's sort of the plan. I'm gonna really try to finish The Body Keeps the Score. Like I said, I have less than 100 pages, so I feel like I'm in the home stretch now, so I should be like, okay. But I'm gonna go to Starbucks and get, oh yeah, Hoxamayak, for my Jewish followers that are observing Passover. I went to a Seder last night. It was really cool. It was 3.5 hours long. And it was at my temple. And at the very end, we were singing like parody songs. And one of the songs was like set to the theme of like All That Jazz from Chicago. And I was singing along with the cantor, and then my rabbi comes over and just puts the microphone in front of my face while I'm singing, and I was just like, oh no. I kept singing, but my face was as red as a tomato because I don't do things in public. Like I really try not to put that much attention on myself, which may seem contradictory by the fact that I have a YouTube channel, but it was fine. Like, it was fine. I was with my temple, and everyone was very supportive, and everyone seemed to enjoy it, so that's fine. But no, it was super fun. And then I have another Seder tonight that I'm actually co-hosting, but it's virtual, it's just over voice, and that should be interesting. I've only hosted one other Seder, and yeah. And then, oh, what was it? Okay, so I was gonna go to Starbucks now and get one of those like protein boxes for breakfast, because the breakfast I made yesterday wasn't like very filling. And then I guess a tea. Yeah, I guess what I can get is tea. So, all right, that's the plan. Let's break. So it is Sunday night. I'm not ending this vlog yet. You'll have seen no Lord of the Rings because my best friend and I did watch the extended edition of the first Hobbit movie, but I forgot to record anything. We also made a recipe from my Tolkien cookbook, and I've discovered that I like roasted parsley, which is fun. Not parsley. Wow. Parsnip. I'm sure roasted parsley is also good. But I have not read anything since Thursday, I believe. Yeah, because Friday I didn't listen to an audiobook. I didn't read. I also had a Seder, so I didn't do anything that night. Saturday, Amy came over. Today was today. So yeah, I haven't read anything since Thursday. So I'm not ending this vlog because I am determined to finish The Body Keeps the Score. I will potentially read some tonight, but I'm anticipating reading the rest of it tomorrow. So I'm going to finish this vlog the day before it's going to go up, which is silly, but I'm so determined to finish this book so that way I can go ahead and read Matzah Match during Passover. I really want to do that. So that's a plan. I just wanted to pop in and inform you all. And the next time I speak to you, the book should be done. Let's hope. As promised, I am back and I have finished The Body Keeps the Score. I sat outside for most of the afternoon finishing it. I don't think it looks like I got any sun, but I was sitting in the sun. But I'm just never gonna be tan. That's fine. I'll just cut to the chase. I gave it a 3-star. I thought it was informative, but I had so many issues with how the author wrote and presented information and had different vendettas. I felt like it wasn't as unbiased as I think it should have been. And it's sort of my compromise, right? Like, I put it through Compile. It was informative. I did learn some things, and I think I'll take something away from it, but I don't think I will read anything by this author ever again. He struck me as so pretentious, and just some of the ways that he described things was like, So yeah, so that's done. I can finally move on. I'm going to shift gears and probably start the matzo match tonight, just depending on if Siri picks for me to read. I am looking forward to reading fiction again. I am also very glad that I'm fairly certain I don't have any nonfiction on my April TBR. And I think I did that intentionally because of The Body Keeps the Score. I think one nonfiction book every other month is pretty much what I can do. And yeah, so that's the plan. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this vlog up because I still need to edit it so I can post it tomorrow. So thank you for coming along with me while I finished this book. I want to say it was a labor of love, but it was a labor of tolerance in reality. If anyone liked this book, like, feel free to talk to me about it. I am willing to talk about it. My main issue was not with the content. It was entirely with the writing choices. So if anyone wants to talk about it, by all means, let's talk about it. Let's also talk about Sense and Sensibility because I was way kinder to that one. And yeah, comment, like, subscribe, stay tuned. In the upcoming weeks, I've decided that I'm going to be more optimistic and hopeful in the spring. And now that it looks like it's not going to snow anymore, but I've decided I'm going to change my attitude. I'm getting out of this slump no matter what it takes. And hopefully next week's vlog will be a little more exciting than just reading 2 books. It should be. The next book I'm reading is a novella. So it definitely should be. But here we go. So again, thank you for coming with me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being awesome. And I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.